Another one.
So, do QA people have test plans still? Do QA professionals still write test plans, right? Let's jump into that real quick. And this one might not even take the full 5, right? So, honest question. How do QA testers relay info to the development team? My company seems to test random requirements. Well, your company is doing it wrong. So, at my company, we still write test plans. We're agile company. I'm in an agile team, and we have like when we are writing or we're working on our stories, we have subtasks, and one of the subtasks is always create and discuss the test plan. So and pretty much like I do most of them, but anyone like sometimes the developers do it. Sometimes like I mostly do it, but we'll create this test plan and we'll go through. We'll think about all the different scenarios. So I'll create. So this is my process, right? I do it early. As soon as we start working on the story, I'm like, all right, let me start working on this test plan. And I write it out. And there's some stuff that we always gonna do, like run our regression test through our CI/CD, all that good stuff. But I start looking at the story. I start thinking of all the scenarios. I start listing them all out. And once I have a good grasp of it, based on the acceptance criteria, I've always written my test cases, my test plans, my test scenarios based off the acceptance criteria. That's a must. So we start thinking about the positive scenarios, the negative scenarios, all that good stuff, all the risks and stuff like that, things that we should look out for. And then we say, all right, still early in the process. Hey, developers, let's meet about it. Let's talk about it. I want you guys to see what my insight is, what I'm going to be working on. And I want, and that way you can have in your mind what I'm going to be working on, what I'm going to be looking for. And I can have in my mind the things that like you can share your feedback on. Oh yeah, we're also going to be looking into this. You should look at that. And we collaborate on that. So now, as you're developing, you're thinking about what I spoke about. And as I'm planning my automation and stuff like that, I'm thinking about what they spoke about. So once it's ready, I am like 70, like I'm like a good 60 to 80% already there with the testing because now I know exactly what I need to do. As soon as it's ready, I start running the regression test and I start going through the test plan. As much as I could have automated, I'm going to run those tests, and wherever it leads me, I'm like, okay, now I'm going to look for these things, test these things out, make sure they work well. And that's our process. And to me, that is a great working process to collaborate with the developers. That way they are able to think about shifting left. They're able to think about, okay, these are the things that we need to look out for. These are the things that Ralph is going to be doing. And we just work great together that way because I don't like surprises. I don't like, not having that conversation. And then when we should be deploying, instead of deploying, we're fixing bugs that could have been easily identified early on in the process. And that's my mindset behind my approach to quality, my approach to testing. I know there are some bug chasers out there, right? Shout out to the bug chasers. For me, I don't find it appealing or compelling when I find a bug after development is done. I would have rather been, the pest control where I spray the place and not have to call working like, oh, I have like a rat infestation. Remember David Goggins' story about the rat infestation, right? Or not the rat, the roach infestation, right? At that store, wherever he was at, the fast food place, right? We don't want that. So I try to work with the developers closely. Like, all right, so I'm going to be looking at here. I'm looking at there. What are your thoughts about this? And then we're navigating. Sometimes you find a defect, right? But you're able to identify it quickly. You're able to get it fixed quickly, so that we can move forward. I'm not a bug chaser, right? I might be Yannick. I'm technically Tim. We are definitely bag chasers, but I'm not a bug chaser, right? I don't go chasing after bugs, ambulance chasers. I'm not like, oh, I found 10 bugs. Yay. Yay, 10 bugs. I'm more like, damn, found a bug. I wish I could have caught that before so we could just I want to get to deployment. I want to add value to our customers. I want to make like our company happy. I want to make our company money. And that way, when the company makes money, I make money, right? That's what I'm looking for. So that's my thought behind it. And that's why like QA people do write test plans, and it's important that they do. if your company seems to test random requirements, then you, being the person in charge for QA, you need to change that. You need to make them have a structured approach, testing the acceptance criteria. Not things shouldn't be like who does that? Like who just randomly tests random stuff? Like come on, all right, come on. Anyways, let's wrap that question up.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.